Welcome to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Thursday night, folks. Here we are. We're going to kick it off with a great show tonight, folks. I got two outstanding players that's going to join me tonight. My man, Dadrion Taylor. My man, Elijah Matthews, outstanding Gatorade Player of the Year for Oklahoma high school football. Both of these young men played at the mighty Titans. So we're going to bring them on to the show. We're going to talk a little bit of high school, NFL football with these two great guys here in just 1 second. Here we go. Bring these guys to the stage. What's up, fellas? Here we go, folks. Like I said, welcome to the show, my man, Dadrion Taylor. It's hard me calling you that. I've always called you Rabbit. And my man,
it's all good.
Elijah Matthews, two great guys that played at the Carl Albert Titans, man. I want to bring both of these guys on. One man went to college, got himself in the NFL. What are you in your third year, Rabbit?
Yeah, going into year three.
Going into year three. And Elijah is going into his senior year, just finished up basketball, came up a game short in the finals. Both of you guys played for Carl Albert. Both of you guys played for Price. So before we get really talking football, let's talk about Coach Price. You know, you guys know he both retired, or whatever you want to call it, from the game of basketball, where he's been at Carl Albert for many years, and both of you guys got a chance to play for him. I know, Rabbit, you got a chance to win a state championship with him, and Elijah, you guys came up 1 or 2 points short. So we'll start with you, Rabbit. You know, you got any good Price stories to tell us?
Not really no crazy ones, but he was a very cool coach. When I got to the high school, he moved me up to varsity like the end of my freshman year, I remember. And I remember the first game I had in varsity was at the Titan Classic. We were playing Edmond North, and that's when it was really good. And I was about to dunk the ball in the warm-ups, and the refs came out while I was in the air, and they blew the whistle. So my first start on varsity, not my first start, but like my first game on varsity, I started the game off with a tech, and he chewed me pretty good after that. So that's probably my craziest story, but not too much of a crazy one. But no, I did see he retired though. That's pretty cool. He's definitely done a lot for that school. All his kids have grown up and become successful through that school too, man. And it's just a testimony to what, being a good coach and dad, and what that school can do for someone.
That's big time. What about you, D? I mean, I know you got a chance to play from the last 3 years, and like so you guys.
He probably know a different Coach Price.
So what do you think, D? I mean, him retiring, you're not going to get to finish your career with him.
Yeah, Coach P, he was a great dude, man. He wasn't really just a basketball coach for me. He was really just a mentor in life, just kind of like Dadrion said. I got on varsity at the end of my freshman year. He brought me up, and he's given me a lot of tips on being like an athlete, being a good student, things like that. So it sucks to see him leave right before my senior year, but we got a good new coach coming in, and the new coach definitely got some big shoes to fill. Yeah,
it's a tough deal when you things go on like that. When you end up losing a coach that has been a big part of you guys for many years. I don't know what happened.
The gang's the same, but we changed the name, and we're now Chaos Customs OKC. Still your one-stop shop for all your vehicle upfitting and accessory needs. With almost 30 years in the business, we're your go-to for lift kits, wheels, tires, spray liners, bed covers, leather, fleet solutions, and so much more. Give us a call today at 405-778-8878.
Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Thursday night, folks. Sorry about that. We had a little issues, but hey, the show must go on. Like I said, we were kind of talking about Coach Price, stepping down, retired. Both of these men got a chance to play for him. Like Dee said, he's going to get a new coach, but, both of these guys' first love is, football. Both of them had a good chance to do big things over at Carl Albert. Rabbit, like I said, he got a chance to play for me in Little League with the Little Bombers. We always going to be Bombers, and didn't go that route. And we all decided to become Titans. My boys ended up leaving after their 6th grade year. Rabbit stayed and became an outstanding running back. And then Elijah had a chance to coach him in 3rd grade. Played quarterback for me, played some running back, and just watching this young man do his journey, as a baseball player, basketball player, now just a Gatorade Player of the Year last year as a junior, going into his senior year. And I got both these guys on. One's a superstar to NFL. One's up and coming, going into his senior year. Got a lot of good things going. Got 7 offers like that going already. But Rabbit is a little different because, you know, he played running back and is switching over to defensive back. And so before we get started, you know, Rabbit, kind of tell your journey a little bit. And Elijah tells, and I got some questions I want to ask you guys.
Okay, yeah, man. So, yeah, ever since I've been playing ball, man, when I started playing with the Lightning and then come over to Tony, you know, I played running back my whole life. Never thought I would ever switch to the defensive side just because of the talent that I did have at the position. You know, met Coach Tony and all his kids, and then he convinced my mom to move me into like the Carl Albert district so I can go to school with them for 6th grade because Tony was selfish and he wanted all of us to go to the same school. And then he gonna take the boys away from us. Yeah, and then 6th grade, almost though, no, I almost quit because I was getting good at basketball. I thought I was good.
Yeah,
Tony, true story. Tony came to my house, picked me up. He's like, "You think you're gonna be a basketball player? No, get in the car. We going to football practice. Take me to practice." And then since then, man, I've been on the field. I've been playing, and you know, I got fortunate to make it to a Division I college. Man, I was blessed to get that offer, man, and super appreciative of the opportunity that they gave me. Went there. They saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, took a big chance on me, and I took a big like chance on myself because like at that time, you know, I was just playing football because it was fun. I wasn't really like looking at the bigger picture, like, oh, I could play in the NFL. It was like, oh, that'd be cool, but like, you know, you always had that dream, but you never like really believed that like it can come true. Like no one, you know, everyone, you know, in your family might think, you know, well, he got it to make it, you know. At a young age, Coach Tony told my mom that I could make it, which is crazy, and I actually did. But it's like as a little kid, you know, I was just playing the game for fun. Got to college, got to high school. I was just good. They just handed the ball left, handed the ball right. And it was just making it happen. So then I get to college, complete different transition into like my everyday on how like I go like how I would attack practice. Like when I was in high school, they said defense. I was sitting down waiting for practice to be over. I was not worried about no defense. So yeah, the staff that picked me up, the defensive coordinator, Keith Patterson, real cool guy, real tight to that guy to this day still. Over at Abilene Christian, making it happen. Y'all tune into him. But no, yeah, he taught me a lot of stuff, and then they were there for 3 years and then left. And then Coach McGuire and his staff came, and that just like changed my whole life drastically. You know, when I met Coach McGuire, my daughter was about to be born. So, you know, me and him had a really good heart-to-heart conversation on what that could look like possible in the possible years to come. So then, man, yeah, you know, stayed in college 1 extra year, you know, to perfect my craft, and then I ended up getting drafted. And Elijah, it's the coolest thing, bro. You got no idea. It was the coolest thing, man. Have all my people there, everyone there that was there, you know, since I was a little bitty, you know, at the little draft party. Yeah, it was real dope. And then now I'm going into year 3. It's crazy, man. I feel like I was just in college. Now I'm going into like my 3rd year. I'm almost a vet in the league. Got a really good chance, you know, make a big dream come true. Another one this year or year after that, you know. So yeah, looking forward to this season. You know, we got the new coaching now, so we just started OTAs. Like I think it's our 3rd day of practice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy journey, man. Not always, you know, as it always been, you know, rainbows, lots of up and downs. Not everybody knows that I was committed to Utah State to play running back, and then they pulled my scholarship at a basketball game. Like literally right before the championship game, they pulled my scholarship. So that was crazy. You know, I didn't know where I was going to go to college at, and for me, I just like playing football. So it was like going to like a big school, small school, didn't even like run through my head that like at that time I didn't know you couldn't make it to the NFL. Like anywhere you go, you can make it, but you know you got bigger chances, you know, and then what division you play. So I was about to go to Western Illinois, play running back just to go play football because I thought it was fun, and then you know end up making it to Tech. But you know, yeah, that big transition in my life, you know, taught me a lot of things. You know, one, you know, some people might see things in you that they don't see in you, but at the same time, like you gotta see those things in yourself too. You know, because you know, so crazy. Me and Cade were watching the Little Bombers highlights literally last night, on my couch, and I was making plays on defense when I was at defensive end,
He was
Elijah.
big. Yes, sir. Yes,
He
sir.
had me
You
at
didn't even know
defensive
it. I was
end.
preparing you to play
Hey.
defense, and you didn't even know it.
No, crazy, but no, man, yeah, it's man, it's a long journey, bro. And one thing, that I had to learn in college was like everybody's race is different. You can't run the race the dude next to you running, because I was overlooked by a lot of people. I was the best running back in Oklahoma at the time. But you had somebody else, or one of them little websites, they had all these guys, ain't gonna name drop, but they had all these guys, ranked above me and all that. So it was just like I was always just down on myself, and I knew I was good. I mean, we was winning every single year. No one could beat us. Like,
Yeah.
I think I lost like 2 games or 1 game
Hmm.
while I was in high school there. Yeah, so it's the
You know,
testimony, man. Walking testimony of it, man. You could do it.
Robert, I like what you just said though. A lot of times everybody get excited about these rankings, and I've seen a lot of stuff go through. With my own kids. Gabe was undersized, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time receive, big time receiver DB. We got overlooked because of size, but sometimes everybody get caught up in these ranking. Who's ranked number one? And like you just said, you just want the top back tier. You got a young man on the show with us, Elijah. There's a Gatorade Player of the Year. I look at it, because I've coached you both, and I look at both y'all's talents. And the thing about it, you both got crafts on both sides of the ball. I think Elijah could be one of the best damn defensive backs here in the state, but he's playing on the opposite side of the ball, or he could be one of the best receivers in the state. Man, the kid got hands, he can catch a BB in the dark. But I've got a chance to watch him grow and become a young man, and got a chance to train him a little bit. You both are really gifted, and that's why I wanted you both on the show, because I want you to talk about your journey. Because, like I said, you was a running back, you ended up taking another path and playing defense, and sometimes kids give up on their dream, and you could have gave up. Because I remember that when you got that call, and Utah decided not to take you, and it was like, man, what's he gonna do? And I got to give a little bit of love to Jay Hunt, because I know he's kind of stayed on you and took you out and did some things with you, but you could have easily stood the town and said, hell with me, I'm gonna go back to basketball, I'm gonna go do something else, but you didn't. And then I wanted to, as good as you take this, you talk about this testimony, because these other young men that's gonna follow in your footstep, that's and who you are, because you're always gonna be a legacy at Carl Albert, even though you're not here every day, but your name is always gonna be a guy that you put in the same panel with some of the guys was a great running backs that came through there. So that's a good deal. That one of the reasons I want to have you on the show, because here you are, an NFL star, and you're still the same person you was yesterday. It's not like the money's went to your head, the famous went to your head. You're still a father of your daughter. You're still a man of Jesus Christ. So and you still take care of your mom and your family. So and this young man, it's not like the rabbit lived in $1 million home when he was here. He was a young man that just worked hard and got what he got. And the same thing with Elijah. Just both of you guys just work your butts off. And it's just a testimony to show these other kids, man, you just can't give up. And you didn't. So all that ranking don't mean shit. It don't. I'm keeping it 100 on this show today. That ranking don't mean shit. It's all about what you got at heart and where you go and where you become. Elijah, let's tell us a little bit about you, though, man. Because like I said, you're a man that played baseball, was good in baseball, good in football. I mean, pretty much anything you do, lefty, can play quarterback. But tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh, you a lefty?
Lefty, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't play no baseball. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that was my favorite sport, was baseball when I was younger. Uh, I thought I was gonna go play in the MLB, the NBA, and the NFL, just like every other kid, because
Yeah.
that's what I want to do. But yeah, I just like to compete, man. I love to play basketball, but I know it's not gonna be my future, and I think I'm gonna stay and play one more season. I don't think I'm gonna graduate early, because obviously how we went out last year, stuff like that, and with the new coach and stuff, I think it's good if I stick around one more year.
Yes,
But
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, it's just it's been a great journey, man. I've had a lot of people help me throughout the way. It's just there's a lot of blessings that have came within. My dream is really just now starting, so I don't got a lot to elaborate on. I'm just I'm living out what I've always prayed for and what I've always dreamed for. So I just got to keep staying consistent in that.
I got a question for both of you guys. The moment in your journey, like, hey, I can do this. I got the skills, I got the talent to go play college, go play the NFL, utilize it to go play college ball. What moment in your life did you feel like, you know what, I can really do this?
Man, yeah, I got a perfect example for this question. I was gonna say sophomore year, I wasn't starting yet. I was still sitting behind.
X Rock.
LT,
Okay.
sophomore, yeah, sophomore year. No disrespect to LT, he's a great running back. He's playing in college right now and things like that. But I'm gonna always personally believe that I'm the best running back that we got. No matter, even if I'm not, that's just the
As you
mindset.
should, yeah.
Right, that's just the mindset. So I just felt like my confidence really dropped my sophomore year. But the first game of the season, we were up by, I don't know, maybe 30 points, and I didn't really know I didn't really know football was my thing no more, just because I was always used to playing a lot and stuff like that. I kind of let it get to my head. But the second time I touched, because this was at the end of the game, but the second time I touched the rock in my sophomore year, I 50 yards to the crib. That's when I felt like, man, like I could really make a future out of this.
Rabbit, what about you?
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'd have to say probably somewhere in like my junior and senior year. At that point, my confidence was like, through the roof, because we was winning in literally every sport that we was playing, like basketball, football. We was winning in track. We was going to the track meets, turning up all across the state. So like around that time, I had the confidence, that I could, go to the next level. And then honestly, man, when I got my first offer, even though I wasn't going there, but Army was my first offer. I remember I was on my couch and they called me. I was like, after I was like, respectfully, I'm not going there. But after I got my first offer, I was like, okay, you know, uh, I got one. After you get one, another one come in. So I just kept getting offers, but nothing too big. But when Texas Tech offered me, man, that's when I realized. That's when I knew I had a shot to at least go out there and show my talent, because at that point, I knew I was going to get an opportunity to go to college, somewhere. It wasn't like I knew I wasn't going to go, but if for as good as I thought I was, and I knew I was, I thought I deserved to go play big time ball, man. So that's why I went to Tech, man. Then funny story there. I was there for like maybe 3 years before like I really fully like learned how to play defense, like for real. So like not until like my third year at Tech did I gain confidence to be able to go out and do every single thing. So I was behind a guy because I didn't start until my junior year. We had a guy go out in the Texas game. First game I go in, I get a pick. So I'm like, okay, we down 30 though, but it's like, I get a pick. So it's like, all right, maybe I can do this, and then just throughout that season, we went to a first bowl game in a long time. And then my next 2 years when the next coach came, and then my game just changed, man. I had my daughter, I felt like she was like a little cheat code of my journey. She motivated me so much, man. Yeah, she's amazing. But nah, yeah, man, you give that confidence, man. I mean, keep it, bro. Don't ever let no one take that away from you, bro.
Yeah.
Just how they say, like, no one can take your education from you, man. Don't let nobody take your
Yes,
confidence,
sir.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest, I'm the biggest believer, be your biggest fan, bro. Ain't no, being cocky and confident is two different things, man. I'm
Right.
confident, and
Right.
you be confident every single day, man. You let your talents speak for themselves. You talk your talk, but like when it's time to do some dirty work, you gotta go do it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go put your nose in there when nobody else want to do it, bro.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example. If somebody else want to do it, and waiting your turn, go take it. Don't
Right.
wait your turn. You go take it,
Yeah.
bro.
I got another one. How's it as you guys both, been a tight? How's it shaped you both on and off the field? Coming from a strong program like, I know you played for Coach Rose, or who'd you play for, Rose, or you play for Corley?
I played for Rose my freshman year, Corley my last 3 years.
And I know the lines you've been with Coach Mike D, all through high school. But I know two different coaches, but the same style. How has it shaped you guys, on and off the field, being a Titan?
I would say for me, when I got to Tech, just coming from like the program and how we did everything, how they watch film and everything, and just preparing for the game, and like I come from a winning culture.
Yes, sir.
When I had got there, I'd already knew the playbook. I knew what it took to get on the field just because that's how I got on the field when I was at Carl Albert. So, and then the coaches that were there come from the same line of coaches tree in high school that the coaches that I had in high school. So it's like they kind of knew what kind of player they were getting, just from like the culture and how they build the kids and shape them up for life after life after high school, even if it's not sports, man, I feel like that school does a really good job. Everyone can say what they say about Oklahoma education, but I think I learned what I needed to learn when I was there.
Right.
But yeah, and they molded me, man. I'm telling you, like Coach Cam, Coach Rollins, Coach Farley, all those guys. Like, I can go down the list. Like every single one of those guys had a huge part in my journey, just because like the structure that we had throughout that school. It was like, it's kind of like being in Alabama, like old Alabama. Like, it was like an expectation to win a national championship. Like, we were going into the year, and we were not going into the year getting ready for the first game. We were going and getting ready to get ready for the last game in December. We were trying to get ready to go win a championship every single year. And that was the cool thing. When I got to college, it was like, I went there with a winning mindset, even though we weren't winning all the time. But I always had that belief that, I knew what it took. And I feel like, I have a big voice in the locker rooms that I am in. And I feel like I can help. Just because I went to Carl Albert, I got that confidence and I know what it takes to win. Even though it's high school, it's so crazy because it's high school ball and it's two more levels past that. But those coaches do a really good job instilling grit into those players there.
Yes, sir. What about you, D?
Man, I'm sure I'm gonna look back on it the same way, but what's it called right now? Just being here, it's so special, man. What's it called? All the coaches. There's not a single coach that you'll find at Carl Albert as a player. There's not a single coach that you won't be close with, because they all make sure that all the coaches, no matter your position, make sure that they have a relationship with you and that they're building something with you that's more than just football. They do a really good job of preparing people for life after football as well. So I just think, man, just being around a culture like that was set by people before me, and being able to be a part of that and setting it for the people that are up and coming, man, it's something that's not everybody gets to do, and I'm really appreciate it. I'm really blessed and appreciative that I get to be a part of that.
I got one more good question for you guys. What one challenge you face that people don't see, but has changed you as a player?
Man, I would say showing up every day, man. As easy as that sounds, showing up every day, with everything you got is not easy. That's the goal, to wake up the same person every day. But like when you go through college, really just college, just everything that the adversity that you go through, like no one really like sees, especially as like an athlete. I say like no one sees the preparation or like what it is like Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. In my case, is like no one sees what goes in and the sacrifices that are made just to be in the positions that we get to be in. And Elijah soon realized that whenever he goes to college, man, the sacrifices that you have to make, and like no one knows, bro. The temptations,
Yeah.
that you got to say no to. Like that was one big thing I learned whenever I got to college, is you gotta say no sometimes. You can't do everything that everybody do, and like no one ever sees that. Like no one
Right.
on a day-to-day life or just a average person would just think about that. They just see you on the weekend, or they see you on Friday doing whatever, scoring touchdowns, and that's the hard part, man. Showing up every single day. But if you show up every day, man, it's a big outcome to it, man. Just keep showing up.
Yes, sir.
hmm yeah, that's good. That's good. What's it called? I say the hardest part for me is just making sacrifices outside of football, kind of like what he's saying. You know, just not. Sometimes you have people that start going down a little bit of a wrong path, and
Yes,
then
sir.
it'll turn into one person, it'll turn into three of your friends, it'll turn into five of your friends, and it'll turn into the whole group. And it's hard not to fall down that path, but just whichever one, whoever the person that's different and the person that usually doesn't fall down that path is usually the person that's successful. And I've tried to keep uh that mindset going through some things. So sacrificing some friends and sacrificing some people that I'm really close with is something that helps me a lot. And you know uh just focusing on my grind, really, because people, like he said, people really only see the tip of the iceberg. They don't really
Hmm.
see everything inside and outside of football, like practice every day and things like that. So it's a lot more and it's a lot harder, but just keeping a strong mindset is really the most important thing to me.
Well, guys, you both are great young men. Rabbit, you have a daughter. What is she? 3, 4? How old is she right
Yeah,
now?
she turned 4 like 2 Wednesdays ago. It was crazy.
And so,
It's crazy to think that I got a 4-year-old. It blows my mind
hey
every single
man,
day.
hey, there's nothing wrong being a father. I got 5 of them, 3 grandbabies, but
No, I'm just saying, like
yeah,
she got 4 so fast, and
yeah,
then
they,
like
they
she gonna be
grow up quick,
5
man. I mean,
soon.
I tell you, man. I mean, I got 2 boys and 3 daughters, and I tell you, man, I think I love these girls a little bit more. I love them boys. Don't get me wrong, I love my
Nah,
boys, but
yeah, the
them
girls gonna
girls,
take care of you, man.
them girls see your heart. But one thing about you both, like I said, coming on today was just you both got similar paths but different paths. Elijah, I mean, you're going through your recruiting phase right now. You got some schools knocking on the door, coming to you, and then now with college football, it's changed so much, Rabbit. I mean, I know when you was in it, you didn't have the NIL money like they're giving out now, and it's crazy they're giving these kids all this money. But I feel like
I'd
uh,
have been rich. Oh my goodness.
but I feel like Rabbit, it bothers me. All the times I coached and the teams I've had and all the games we won. And I mean, Rabbit, there's a picture of me and Rabbit and Shador. What's the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? It's Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
We got a chance to play him and hang out with him, and I'll post that picture. But and so we got a chance to see this kid, really good kid. The kid had money back then. His daddy was Deion Sanders, but to see these paths that some of these kids take with the money they're getting from the NIL money, do these kids really love the game like we loved it? I loved the game. I never got paid coaching. I had some of the best players on my team. I could say out of the 22 kids I coached, 20 of them went off and played either college ball, basketball, football, baseball, or something, or wrestle, and all turned out to be great young men. I can say all the kids that I've coached, and Rab can tell you I was a father figure, but I also I was a hard ass on these kids too. I mean, I wrote them like they were my own kids, and just because of simple fact, a lot of them had dads and a lot of them didn't have dads. So I was also Coach Tony, but also Papa T too, to these kids because I love them because I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about the money to me. Right? When we do these podcasts, I don't make a dime doing this. I do it because I love it. I get to tell kids journeys. I get to help promote kids and help young ladies. Me and Coach V started a girls show, Girls Between the Lines, hoops. And so, it's been something special to me to help these girls get their names out there and promote them. But, the you two are very special. You both, Rabbit, you're making money. Elijah, you're going to make money, get NIL money, and got a chance to go play in the league because you're that gifted. But, just to bring you both on here, just to say, hey, what you're doing, Rabbit, man, I'm so tickled to you because, for a kid that didn't have a lot, not saying you were some broke kid, but, you still live a comfortable life. You still don't, I don't see you out here with all these bins, and you used to have some grill in your mouth. I think you got rid of that stage. I don't know. You might still have it. But I mean, you're leading a good path for your daughter and for other young players because these Titan kids look up to you too. I mean, you might not, they might not say Rabbit every day, but people still you're on that Titan wall. You're a legacy there. Delage, you know what it's like now. Friday nights, you score a touchdown. Everybody wants to get a picture with you. Everybody want to get an autograph. You guys both talked about the crowds you hang with. Sometimes you got to get away from the people that's bad for you because they're gonna bring you down. Sometimes you got to clip the no good. And I know you hang around Anderson, one of your good friends and a kid that I love to death. But you both have taken a great path in doing the right things. And these young men and women, they need to see these things because hey, you guys are the future. I mean, Rabbit, you're 1 year away from signing a big ass damn deal that's probably gonna take care of your family for the rest of the life. The lives you're about to walk into NIL money that's gonna be able to help take care of you and your family. But remember to play the game because you love the game. Don't play it because of the money, because the money gonna go away one day, guys. I tell you that now. It's a reason why these guys play 10 to 12 years. A reason why LeBron don't need the money. I know he loves the game, but there's a reason why Emmitt Smith played for a few more years and his knees are still hurting because the NFL is a little different than the NBA in baseball because that money's guaranteed. NFL don't really guarantee it. I mean, you got a lot of you got to score so many touchdowns, so many interceptions to get your bonus and all that stuff. So, Rabbit, what's that been like though? Because I mean, like I said, you're a top prospect that came out, got drafted in the 4th round. What's it been like, living an NFL luxury life though?
Man, it's crazy, man. Every single day I wake up and I go into the building, I just like to this day still just like, wow, I can't believe like some of the guys I get to hang out in the locker room with that I play the game with, or like I'm still a fan of the game, you know. So it's like we play all these teams and everything. It's like it's still cool to see. Like we played against Aaron Rodgers one time, the Matt Staffords, and just all the other quarterbacks and the receivers, the all the guys on defense. I think it's still cool, man. So and then just you get to meet a lot of cool people when you get up here, you know. Everyone wants to know an athlete, you know, just like, you know, at Carlisle, everyone wants to be around all the athletes. You get to college the same way, and the people that make, you know, big decisions and make a lot of money in this world and, you know, live really good, they still want to hang out with athletes too, or just know them, and they just love to, you know, because we're going to work, you know. There's a lot to say when you know, you go to college, you graduate, you know, and you go into the real world, or, you know, you make it to the level that I'm at. You know, there's just like a level, and there's like a pedestal that, you know, and the way you carry yourself and everything, you know. So, you know, I walk around clad, walk around with my head up, man, you know. I made it and I wasn't supposed to, man. So I'm gonna stay here for as long as I can, you know. I ain't yeah, I don't want to go back to where I came from, man. So that's really like my biggest why, man. You know, I take care of my money, I invested well, you know. I still live the life that I never had before, but not out my means by any single way, you know. So you know, just because I made it, you know, there's still a lot more than there's still more that I want to accomplish and things like that. And, you know, there's a lot of journey still left, man. So every single day I just wake up blessed, man. I still can't believe I play in the league. It's insane, I tell you. But it is nice though, man, because Tony, you know me, you know how I grew up, man. I was at your house every other weekend, you know, so I can get something to eat.
You know, your mom was a hardworking mom, young lady, man, and she did everything she did for you and your brothers, man. And that's one thing I tell you both, man. Take care of your family because, like I said, they're always gonna be on your side. I know sometimes I know Cole might bump your head, but you know what, he does because he loves you, know. And it's tough because, you know, I mean, I've never had a father, so it's always good to try to be a father figure to my own kids and just any other young man or woman I can help, because I mean, you got to have that. Sometimes you need that dad talk, you need that hard talk. And I mean, I know it's tough with Zoe because I'm tough on her, but you know, one thing that Zoe has learned, she's learned work ethics from her two brothers. She's seen them work hard. I mean, she lives in the gym. Elijah, you know, she's in that gym 24/7.
Yeah, I just seen her working out today.
Yeah,
Yeah, right after school, man.
yeah, and you know, but that comes from you guys set that plateau. Rabbit, you know, D, you know, you see great guys like you, and that's one thing I will say about Elijah. He's a star on the campus at Carl Albert, but he talks to all the kids. He gives every kid love, and that's how you was, Rabbit. So that's why it goes a long way with you guys, because you know, kids look up to you guys. You don't know, they might not say your name every day, but people look up to you. When this show comes out, people's gonna want to hear what you two say, and what you guys are preaching is good stuff, because these young men and women do look up though, because y'all are both great guys. But D, I gotta ask you though, we held this back. I know Rabbit want to know what some of the schools is looking at you knocking on the door.
I'm gonna go from order from most recent to the last. UNLV, Maryland, Purdue, Rice, Colorado State, North Texas, and Grambling State. Those are the seven. Those are the seven schools. Make sure I ain't forgetting that. Hold up.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
salty. They're gonna be
yeah,
salty if you forget
yeah,
them.
yeah. Yeah. That's all of them.
They gonna be
That's all.
salty.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
it.
know,
But
you talk about these schools, you know, and you got these schools writing you and doing it. I mean, what's the conversations like when they call you or you get in touch with them? What's it like? Or do they all kind of say the same thing, and you're kind of like or is it like, man, you can tell who really wants you on their campus?
yeah, you could definitely see the difference between people that just want to give you an opportunity or don't really see a lot in you, but see like you might have potential, like here go an offer, or people that have real interest in you as a young man and as a football player. You can definitely tell the difference. Some coaches make it very clear how they feel about you, and that's I really appreciate that, to be honest, because I want to go somewhere where I'm wanted as a young man and a football player.
That's it.
What I
That's it.
mean, they make it really, yeah, they do make it really clear. Some of the conversations are similar, but some of them are different. And I'm really enjoying this process, man. It's a blessing. It's something that I've always prayed for since I started competing in anything. I just wanted to go to the next level, next level, next level. That's all I want to do. So I'm
So,
really excited.
so have you taken official visits yet, or are you still doing on it?
I have three of them planned during the spring, so I'm gonna take some. I'm sure I'm gonna tour all the campuses that I get an
Bro,
opportunity
go
to.
to all of them, even
Yeah,
if it's for
yeah,
a vacation. No, literally,
yeah,
if you know where you're going, just go on vacation. Go on
yeah,
vacation one weekend,
yeah.
man.
I'm gonna try and get to everywhere I
Yeah,
can, man.
take all of them. If they tell you
Yeah.
take all of them, yeah,
Hmm.
just go see everywhere. Because then
Did
you're
you
gonna
get a
learn
chance?
something about every single school that you might like. Like you might go to one school, the school you're going to, they might not have one thing that the other school got, and you'll just learn a whole bunch of things, So,
Yeah.
but I say, bro, commit to the university, bro. The coaches, yes, but they
That's
not
it.
always gonna be
That's it.
there.
Convince to the university because that coach can leave
Yeah,
tomorrow, and guess what? You're stuck there because you came for him because he's gonna go
Right.
get that
yeah.
check. Nowadays, it's all about that money, man. Where can I go? I'm telling you right now, LSU should file bankruptcy with college football.
Nah,
All the
yeah,
money.
because I'm keeping it 100 too, Tony. Yeah, I'm finna keep it real 100. Man, I've been hearing crazy things about you, Elijah. I was literally just back home. I'm gonna say like maybe like 3 weeks ago. I was with Coach Cam and Coach Rollins, and they was talking about you. But I think y'all was on spring break whenever I was in town, so there was no one around. Yeah, but nah, man, yeah, commit to that university, man, because you never
Hmm.
know those coaches are going to be there, and then when a new coach comes in, you never know how that goes, man. But
Right.
because like at the end of the day, man, the most 100 thing it's hard to get to the NFL, bro.
Hmm.
But you can make it easy though, you can make it real easy by doing the right stuff. But realistically, it's hard, man. Only a small chance get to make it, man. I was one of the percentages, that was blessed to make it, man, and you can be too, man. So. Yeah, the coaches and everything, man. Yes, let them listen to them. Learn from every single conversation that you have with those guys. That way, you can continue to keep learning because you're gonna have a good year next year, and you're gonna get some more coaches. You're gonna get some bigger schools. You're gonna get schools that you want to go to, but you need to feel that genuine connection as well as is committing to university. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make it to the NFL, you gotta live life after ball, and you better
Right.
have a good education.
That's
Because
Right.
it.
now,
Preach it, baby.
because
Preach it. So I'm
Cause
Right.
talking
now,
about. I see you
yeah,
talking
cause
about the
now I
NFL.
know you, and I'm gonna be on you now. Cause yeah,
Right.
get the education.
Yes,
I don't care
sir.
what you get it in, man. Whatever you want to do in life, man, do it, bro.
Gotcha.
But yeah, go to school, man, and actually learn something, bro. Because at the same time, just as much money as there is in the NFL, bro, there's so much more money outside of ball, man. And it's
Hmm.
as the world is evolving, there's all kind of new cool things to learn, man. Learn something you like, man. And if it's not what you like in the first year or whatever, when you get to college, whatever, don't be afraid to change it, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, commit to university, man. Somewhere you can go and become a good young man, man, and grow as a person.
Before I
Yeah.
let you go, though, I want you both to kind of sum
And
it up.
leave them Tweety birds alone.
I don't know what that means. I'm just laughing. But before I let you both go, what's something that you would tell any young man, Titan, Bomber, Eagle, any young man that's coming up? I mean, Rabbit, I know you're a little bit older, but both you guys is walking in the great faith of your journey of both. Rabbit, you have made it, but now you're looking for bigger and better things, and with your next contract, and Elijah, you're up and coming. What's something you would tell a young player that looks up to both of you guys, in their journey to try to make it to where you guys are at?
I would
uh,
tell all of the Elijah, you got it. Go ahead,
all
go
right.
ahead.
All right, man. Hold on. I would tell him, man. This is just kind of specific to me, man. But just keep making sure that your confidence not dropping just because you don't get in when you immediately get there, man. Just stay in the course of that high school career. I mean, I didn't really I had really low confidence my freshman and sophomore year because I wasn't playing. So just really just staying the course and staying confident throughout the journey because especially at Carl Albert, it's going to be a process. Not a lot of people get to play when they're young because of how successful they have been over the years. So just staying confident and keeping that strong mindset while you going through that process.
I would tell all the kids to the other schools you said, transfer to Carl Albert. Stop going to those.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, I'm joking. I seen you had Jones on there. I got the bow shirt on right now. His
Hey,
tournament this weekend.
hey,
Yeah.
hey! I got all the schools, but I give everybody love, man. I got
Nah,
Jones.
yeah. Nah, I'm giving you a hard time.
I got them all, man. Chops out Yellow Jacket. And I don't mess with them no more. But hey, still got love for them over there.
No, yeah.
Got
I would
Deshaun.
tell the kids and the young boys and girls growing up. Um because I'm seeing that girls flag football is a thing now, which is that's like my favorite sport out here in Arizona right now. Is the little girls flag football. It's amazing, but yeah, like I told man earlier, man, everyone's journey isn't the same. You know, don't look at the person next to you. You know, always run your race, always write your own story. You know, because at the same time, someone's story might be fast paced than yours when yours is slow, but you might speed up and surpass them. So
Man, you guys are both done a great job. Elijah, I'm big. Want to see big things from you. You know, this coming to your senior year. Like I said, I know you both went through injuries and battled through it. And like I said, that's something Rabbit went through his senior year. He got banged up and came back and finished strong. But like I said, God has a plan for both of you young men, man. And just take that journey, man, by the horns and go do your thing. Because like I said, you only get one chance to do it. So make the best of it, you know. And that's the only thing you can do is make the best of it. You guys are both great young men, both. Parents have done a great job with you both, man. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on the show and giving this little testimony, man, to these young up-and-coming Titans, Bombers, and whoever's going to, you know, follow y'all's footsteps. But just keep doing your thing, man. And like I said, I mean, Rabbit, I know you got a lot to play for, you know, with your daughter, you know, your beautiful, you know, girlfriend and then your family and all that. Elijah, like I said, you got a young brother that looks up to you that's going to be just as good as you or maybe even better. I mean, he got a little brother that's pretty cold too, Rabbit. He's pretty cold.
Oh no, I heard about all of them when I went down there. Literally, they was on spring break, so I didn't get to meet nobody, but I literally heard about them the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then you know, once Coach Rollins say something about somebody, you know, that means something. So
Yeah, it do.
yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this or not, but I was at Tech recently. I seen you. I did see you on the recruit board. Yeah,
For real?
You is on the Oklahoma recruit board at Tech. So you know,
That's
I'm
good, man.
Rabbit, put a word in for him, man. How far you
I'm
been
not
there,
telling.
baby?
I didn't know who he was. They was telling me because I found out about him because I went to Lubbock before I went to Oklahoma, and Coach Martin was telling me about him. I was like, I've never even met the kid. And then when I got to the school, Coach Rollins and then Coach Cam was telling me about him. And now I got to meet him. Yeah, you got to follow me on the gram, bro. I got to give you my number.
All right, bet.
Hey, I tell you this though, you know, both of you guys are very, very athletic, and like I said, Rabbit, you was playing defense and even knowing you was at defensive end, and then you know, Elijah's a hell of a defensive back. I'm telling you, he could be one of the top corners in the state, and he got one of the best hands. So you guys are both blessed in many, many ways. But guys, like I said, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna hold you much longer. You can't even see. I know I'm dark. You can't even see me no more. But that's what I did. I turned the lights out on you guys. That's what I did.
Oh my goodness!
I dropped the mic and turned the light off. That's what we doing. Keep it 100. Oklahoma high school sports. Folks, I am blessed to have these two guys on the show today. I appreciate you guys coming on, man. Really. Rab, keep in touch with me. Elijah, I'll see you sometime next week, man. Are you hooping this week or you off?
I'm off, man. I'm chilling till I get surgery.
Okay. When's the surgery? Do you know?
May 5th.
So you're not gonna do spring
ball? What you getting surgery on? Why didn't know this?
I gotta shave my meniscus a little bit. It tore up a little bit from last season. So
what'd you have, Rabbit? What'd you end up doing to yours, Rabbit? I remember you had some.
I had a little ankle. Yeah, one more thing I can leave you with, bro. One more thing, bro. Bro, your body is your temple, man. I don't care where you at, even if you're not playing no more, bro. Take care of your body, bro. Whatever you gotta do, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do, bro. Get in that cold tub. Stop being scared of cold water. Get in that cold tub. You know, make sure you get whenever you get to college, you know, make sure you take care of your body, bro. Because the higher you get, the harder that contact is, man. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, guys, y'all take care, man. We'll catch you next time on Keep It 100, man. The only thing I need y'all both to do is tell everybody to like and subscribe to Keep It 100. And
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Like I say, good luck to you both. Elijah, get healthy. Rabbit, go do your thing. I'll see you next week when I'm in Arizona. We'll catch them and do dinner, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. See ya.
I take care.
Appreciate you.
All right. Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in to a great episode of Oklahoma High School Football. Keep It 100 with two great athletes, Adrian Taylor, outstanding running back that played at Cal Albert, and he played in college ball at Texas Tech. Had a chance to go to Utah. They pulled a scholarship, and guess what? Tech came in and scooped him up, and guess what? And now he's playing in the NFL for the Arizona Cardinals. And you got my man Elijah Mathis, the outstanding Gatorade Player of the Year. Got one more year left going into his senior year. tell you guys, he's an outstanding, both of these guys are outstanding athletes, not just athletes, but great men overall. So I am blessed to have them both on the show today. Like I said, everybody make sure you like and subscribe to Keep It 100, and also like and subscribe with Between the Lines Girls Hoops with my man Coach B. I'd like to thank you for everything he does. He's backstage. He's watching this little bit. We had some technical difficulties on this show, but hey, he had my back always, like I say. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. See ya.